Go. Think. Yes, we finally made it, folks.
Hello.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry about last week, folks, but between the pair of us, neither of us had internet, so it was...
Yes. It was rubbish.
And we're due more storms as well, Geese. I don't know whether you've had an alert yet, but I've had one this evening that more inclement weather is coming, but more of that in a moment. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Workbench Live on a Wednesday with me, Festa 67's workshop, and the model-making guru, both of us from eModels, and both of us part of the eModels official build team, folks. Yes.
Yes, eModels.co.uk, your
one-stop shop for all your model-making needs. All of them. Not some of them. All of them. Also, for your God hand needs. Just there, see it? God hand. Yeah, not this God hand.
Oh, that God hand. That's a massive God hand.
Yeah, if you're watching, Pete, big hand.
Oh, big hand.
Yeah. Happy days. And the most important thing that we've got to do, first of all, is have a quick looky, kids, in the chat and see who's joining us, folks.
Oh, yes.
There's me in there putting in the links for the kits we're doing. Crafting with Jacqueline is in, so good evening, gents. Hello, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
How you doing, darling? Go for it, painting is in, saying hello. Hello, mate. How are you, buddy? Lovely to see you. Oz Scout Modelling is in, saying hello, everyone.
So good day.
Absolutely.
I think Go For It Painting's Australian, I think.
I've got no idea, mate. He's probably told me a million times, but you know what I'm like. I'm a goldfish, mate. Dolcosaurus is in. He says, hello, peeps. Hello, Dolks. How you doing, the old China? All right, mate?
Hello.
Phil East is in, says evening all. And all, mate. Hello, Phil. And Jackie says, hi to Dolks. Happy days. Dave Jones has just popped in, evening all, he says, with a big thumbs up. Hello, Dave. How are you, buddy? Welcome to our inane drivel and shenanigans and all of that this evening.
Oh, yes. At which we specialise.
Absolutely, we do, mate. So, first things first. Belly, bench and beverage, folks. Yes. What's on the bench? What is in your belly? What is your beverage of choice? Yes. And then it's, how are you, mate? And how's my mum?
I am fine, thank you very much, but you don't care about that. It's Mum you want to know about.
Absolutely,
and
don't give a monkeys about you, mate. It's all about Mum.
Mama Wolf is fine and dandy and sat downstairs. She's got a plate of pork pies, chicken legs and cheese to play with. And 400 bags of chocolate balls is all I can say on that one.
Bless her. She's all getting the munchies, is she?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I found a chocolate maker who actually pays chocolate creators like massive amounts more than they're actually normally paid. So he's got this really nice chocolate. So it's like a kind of fair trade thing. And it's like, whoa. So I ordered a whole mess and they're really nice.
Happy days. Happy days. Jeff Light
How are
is
you,
in.
my friend?
I'm all right, mate. I'll tell you that in a second. Someone a great Jeff. Jeff is in. Very good evening, Cole Fox, everyone in the chat.
Jeff.
And he says audio and video is good. Hello, Jeff. Love to you. And a big hug for Maggie. And talking of hugs, a big hug issued as well to Connie over at Dragon Lover 68, who says, oh, we're Colin and Fox. I'm fine and dandy, mate. I've been a busy little bee, as you know.
Yeah, that's good, lad.
Yeah, so, I've got a lot more filming to do this week on the Godhand stuff. I want to get that put to bed for eModels, so that'll all be getting edited and loaded over the next week on their channel, so there's a bit of that. And for those that are interested in what I'm doing today, there's links in the description of the original kit I did, which was the little milk truck. Adjust the camera, Cole, that does help. There you go, put them down for a minute. Which was the Tempo A400 Leiferwagen. And then today I am carrying on with the meat products stall.
My favourite products, meat products.
I've done the one with the wheels. I'm doing the wooden one today, so I've got that to do. So, I mean, if I get an opportunity, I might have an assemble of the bit of the old butchers as well. So that's what I'm up to, mate. And
have you had the butchers at that yet?
I see what you did there, mate. What are you up to?
I am painting my Warboss in Mega Armour, which is obviously a Games Workshop 40k thing.
Absolutely.
I've just up to now. I've just been painting all the base colours. Very, very slowly, but I've been having fun. I've got the armour's kind of all painted and weathered with rust. I'm just painting in all the flat base colours. I'm going to do some tubes and pipes and details tonight, and some teeth and stuff. And then, if I get all that done in time, I've got some patterns to paint, and then I can start washes on the non-armour parts.
Oh, nice one.
It's just, so I don't know how much I get done. It's a very slow process for me because I paint really slowly, but I enjoy it. So we shall see if we can get all that done, and we'll start getting this looking like an actual Warboss and not just flat base colours.
I'm so proud of you, soldier.
Hopefully.
Felice says he's had a fry up, a cup of tea, and he's doing to me a Jack Panther. Good on you, mate.
Ooh, very nice.
Jackie says belly was takeaway chicken, Donna and chips. Happy days. Wolf Richie is in, says hi. Oh, hello, Wolf. How are you, buddy? Lovely to see you. Nice and all of that.
That's the best first name.
It is. And Lord Bartley III is in, says good evening all. Good evening, my lord. How are you doing? James is in over at JC Bricks and Builds saying hello. He says,
hello, James.
Hello, evening, Colin Fox, and all in chat, Festa and Foxx. There you go. And Phil is saying hello to Connie.
Right.
They're all sharing the love tonight, which is
They are.
good,
They're all
isn't
being
it?
all lovers in the house.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because it's coming up to Valentine's Day.
Of course it is, yeah. Just
Now,
where you said that, because I would have forgotten, wouldn't I?
Yes. Well, I thought I'd better mention it now 2 weeks out because I don't want you to die. So for lumpy old bachelors like me, of course, it's irrelevant. But for people like yourself who will be like murderized if you forget, I thought I'd better let you know.
But this is the thing, right? Those of us that are married, right? You get your missus a bunch of flowers and some cards, and they'll go, you shouldn't have wasted your money paying the prices they charge on Valentine's Day. You go, well, next year I won't bother them. But you know full well if you didn't get them, you'd get the look, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you see, you're making the mistake there. That's actually what she means when she says it.
Oh, no, I know what she means.
Or other people make that mistake.
Yeah.
You know exactly what she means.
Oh, yeah, because, you can't be with someone for 40 years and not understand what they mean. But
yeah,
it's just the fact that, all the blokes in here will know exactly that thing where they say, oh, you shouldn't have. Yeah, you wait.
It's like, yeah, if you don't.
Yeah. The minute you don't, they'll remind you.
Oh, yeah. You'll be toast.
Shouldn't have wasted your money on them. All right, love, and won't do that next year. Yeah, that's good. Next year comes along, the hints start. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and you're on the phone going, hello, is that the French polishers? It's just possible you could save my life.
Yeah, Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley.
Oh, yeah. There's an old joke.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Best one I did, well, I say the best one I did that I thought was funny, but it wasn't. It's for her birthday. I bought her a Black & Decker drill. And it was one of these digital multi-hammer jobs with all the attachments and bits and everything. She said, what am I supposed to do with that? That's no use to me. Oh, I'll have it then, love. He said, no, you'll take it back and you'll get me something with the money. Damn it.
Yeah, the next year you got her a scale extric. It went down equally as badly.
You got to have a bit of a giggle, but yeah.
Well, you got to try, haven't you? You got to try to see if you get free stuff.
Again, I just thought it would be funny, and again, I was wrong.
Yep. The thing is with us blokes, right? We are silly, we are stupid in a lot of ways, and we won't learn, but we'll keep trying to learn by trying different things. We'll keep trying to learn. I've just put my hand in the paint. Look at that.
You Burke.
You're
complete and utter Burke, you. What are you?
You're not doing painting right if you don't come out with at least some paint on your elbow at some point.
You complete and utter grade A spudger.
Spudge.
Steve is in. He says, good evening all. Good evening, Steve. How are you, mate?
Good evening, Stevie.
Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. I will get this webcam in the right position in a minute. It's because I smacked it with my elbow just now, and it's like, really?
I do that sometimes. I get the camera perfectly in the right position for when we're setting up, and then I'll do something and I'll
you
ding
sit
it.
there
And
and
you'll
you're
be
like,
oh, fudge.
Yeah, why did I go and do that? Let's just lean that against there a minute. There you go. That'll work, Carl.
Oops.
Happy days.
Where's my Scrag Brown?
Scrag Brown. Not ordinary
Scrag Brown's a good colour for rust. Scrag Brown.
Scrag Brown's the ultimate colour.
Scrag. Have you had your... Oh, it's gone hard. Oh, the paint, I mean.
Moving on.
Paint, dear boy. I shall see if I've got another one. I think I have.
Have I had my what?
Some spoon left it open, obviously.
Have I had my what?
Belly. Bench and belly.
I had steak slice and chips tonight.
Oh, steak slice, get in. I'm not sure what I'm going to have yet.
With a big mug of black tea.
Oh, yeah.
And, I had it nice and early because when the show's done, I'm going to hit the sack because I haven't been to bed. So,
jolly good.
So, I'm going to have an early night tonight and try desperately to get some sleep. I don't know how successful that endeavour will be, but I'll have a go.
Yeah, no, give it a go. We've got to. I've got to adjust my sleeping pattern at the minute because as a lot of people know, like Mum, I live around Mum and Wolf's sleeping pattern, which is go to bed at 3 a.m. and she wakes up at like 4 p.m. So we've now got builders next door building a patio, an extension for the next 3 months.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
I'm getting up at like 8:30 every day. That's fun.
Oh, it's proper hardcore struggle for you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I can't go to bed till Mum Wolf goes to bed. If she goes to bed at 3, it's like, So trying to get her to go to bed early, it's not happening. Or to get up early, it's not happening. Right, I have no Scrag Brown, so I shall add it to my list. I'll have to order some from our good friends at eModels.
Well, I was going to go to bed, and then I got that sprung on me about having to quickly go up the hospital, didn't I? So,
oh, yeah.
It was like, okay, my plan today was, I want to have a bit of a kip so I can have an Xbox day tomorrow and chill out for the day.
You made the mistake of planning, didn't you?
I did, mate. It was with the best of intentions.
Oh, yeah. The very best of intentions.
So I didn't realise. She said, I didn't tell you. She said, because I knew you'd get stressed about it. And she's right. I would have done.
I knew something was amiss because he sent me a Bluey animated GIF, and that's not like Colin at all. So I was like, something's out of the ordinary here.
Yeah.
Something's near 8.
Yeah, there may have been some kind of drug involved.
Yeah. I guessed perhaps you'd been on something.
Yeah, we're just going to give this to relax you. That would be an ecumenical matter.
That matter would be indeed ecumenical.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, well, that's that bit done.
But not to worry.
A bit of dry brushing. So I realised I've not painted the little bit of scrap metal he stood on.
And I am still.
Still
in them good books, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, surely not.
Yeah.
But you've done...
I am, and don't call me Shirley. You wait for years to do that.
I got to tell you, the things you've been doing over the last couple of months that would normally get you in the doghouse that haven't.
Oh, no.
It's going to have to be something really nuclear option that you do to get yourself out of the doghouse. I mean, back in the doghouse. So I'm not looking forward to when that happens because that's going to be proper, like, real serious business. It's
going to be proper grade A nuclear, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, luckily you don't have a whole load of carburetors and oil sumps sitting around.
As Marcy would say to me, Cole, you're going to have to do something special, kind of stupid, mate, even for you.
Yep, and that's not a big ask for you, let's be honest.
No, I must admit,
It's not a big ask, is it?
It ain't really. It's not even a challenge, mate, is it? Let's be honest.
It's not even a prediction, it's just what's going to happen.
But no, she said today she's still in the books. And why'd you keep telling me?
Yeah, why do I keep getting these updates?
Yeah, why are you updating me that I'm still in the good books? Why don't you just,
Wow,
so again, I think she's letting me know just to lull me into a false sense of security, mate.
Yeah. She's letting you know... Basically, because she's basically egging you on to try dumber and dumber stuff. Because she's trying to push us for. She wants to see how far you'll go to push the envelope. You see, you need to push it to find out. And she's like, "How far is he prepared to go?"
Yeah, I don't think you're far wrong there.
She's like, how far will he take it? Because she knows, like, if you've got something that's niggling you, like a tooth or a spot or anything like that, a pimple, you'd pick at it. So a situation like this, you'd be like, I need to fiddle with this and pick at it and find out.
Perhaps that's why I'm getting the good books. Perhaps she's booked the dentist and she knows what's looming.
Oh, could be.
I hadn't thought of that.
No. You mean like when you give your cat a nice big treat just before you have to try and wrestle it into the into the transport thing?
Yeah, it could be that.
It could be.
Nah, she couldn't be that cruel, could she?
Yep.
God, don't hold back there, mate. You could have given that a little bit of thought there, Fox.
Well, the thing is, I know you well enough that I can kind of guess what H will be up to doing to get you in a situation where you don't want to be. I know you well enough that I know what she'd have to go to get you to do something like that. Right, I'm painting this little bit of rusty metal under his foot yellow, as if he's just taken out like an Imperial Fist vehicle of some sort.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's been fighting Imperial Fists.
Why would he have been fighting an Imperial Fist? Did they not get on then?
Well, they're Imperial Space Marines, aren't they, Imperial Fists? So Orcs and Space Marines, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Well, then again, he'd fight anybody. The Space Marines would fight Orcs, but Orcs would fight anybody.
Yeah.
Fight each other.
My knowledge of the Warhammer game is not infinite, folks. It's non-existent. What have we got? Go for it says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Yes, folks, it helps eModels out. Helps the video get recommended, higher in the rankings. And it's just nice to do, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's a nice, polite thing.
You know, we're here giving up our time, trying to keep you all entertained as best we can.
Here to entertain you. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
I see what you did there, Lofty.
It's a nice way. It's a nice way to thank the creators that you love. Of course, sending them food is even better. But hey, don't send eModels food. Send me food. Is what I'm saying. So shameless.
You are, aren't you?
I am absolutely shameless. There is no shame. Right, what colour should I make his tubes?
Tubularity. Try and get that. I want it to look reasonably straight, but also rickety.
Yeah, it's well used. Is that your butcher's equipment, if you pardon the expression?
Yes, he's slightly dubiously wonky table. But
wonky table.
I like that. I remember the markets I used to go to when I was a kid. You didn't lean on anything because it would imminently collapse. It kind of takes you back, doesn't it, to that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And that's supposed to take the weight of a load of food crates. I can't see that happening somewhere.
Get your food crates here.
It's rickety, but hey, you know, why not?
Yeah. Hey, it's wartime. They had to make do with what they had, and if it was rickety stuff they had, then it was rickety stuff.
Yeah, homemade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper Mar and Pa kettle job, wasn't it? There you go.
Absolutely.
Good enough for me. Steve says he's still working on Ernie Cole. Yeah, he's there, mate. Look at that. Still got his churns. Still looks like my Nan's earrings wobbling around in her exceptionally long earlobes that grannies used to have back in them days. Athol McNichol is in, saying hello. Hello, Athol. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you, geez.
You have to be of a certain age to get the Ernie reference, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, certainly do, mate. Lee Eagles is in, saying bold. Hello, Lee. How you doing, mate?
Bold.
Lovely to see you, mate.
That's just become an institution now with Ted, hasn't it? Bold.
Bold, yeah. Good old Ted.
Bold.
He's a creature of habit, is our Ted.
He's a creature.
Yeah. Yeah. Larry Ted is hilarious, I must admit. We like Larry Ted.
Ted, when he's not actually live and on the internet and therefore beholden to nobody, is just a joy to behold.
We got to see Gin marry Ted, didn't we, one night? Do you remember that?
We did, yes. That was fantastic.
Absolutely in bits that night, weren't we?
Oh yeah. It's a bit like if you saw outtakes of Bob Ross, and Bob Ross was like, you know, a bit like a Navy or
it's Brian Blessed
swearing like a
isn't it?
Marine. Yeah. Imagine you met Bob Ross and he was just like a hardcore, like, shipyard welder type. You'd be like, wait, this is against all the rules of nature.
Yeah, it's proper fun.
But at the same time.
Yeah, God said, tell him how it is. Well, yeah, they were doing Pigeon Head as well. It's like, this is
putting the
great.
world to rights. Yeah, Ted putting the world to rights is phenomenal.
It was Victor Meldrew, Alf Garnett all rolled into one, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was a joy to behold.
And it was one of them. We were all sitting there just with that gaping open mouth, a gasp at what we was hearing. It's like, yeah, go for it, Ted.
And the beauty is, when Ted gets leery like that, he puts the world to rights, but does so still politely. It's so adorable.
Yeah. You get the most polite telling off in the world. It's yeah.
I'd say it's like a granny, but in case of your mum, yeah, you wouldn't get the polite.
No.
Or my mum, you wouldn't get the polite.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, part 3, Winnie's Revenge.
Oh, God, how is Winnie doing anyway? Hello, Winnie, if you're watching.
She's all right. She's in defiant Winnie mode, which for me is a good sign.
Yeah, she's being obstreperous.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She's a bit like, I don't know if you ever watched Little Britain, but she's a bit like, she's a bit like Andy Pipkin, you know, the guy in the wheelchair that would.
I like that.
I want that one. That would wait until his mate had turned his back and go and do, like, you know, a 4-minute mile. She's a bit like that, you know, so... Yeah, you know, Owl will come down after taking a move like that. Oh, I can barely move. And then you lift. She's got out of bed to go and do something, you know, and it's like, yeah.
So what you're saying is she's an 80-odd-year-old and she absolutely knows how to milk that the best as possible.
Oh, she's milking it. But he did follow my advice. He took the dinger out of her bell, mate.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he said the language. I said, yeah, that proves she's getting better then, mate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if you want something, you get up and you do it.
So, yeah. Marcy is in, saying hello.
Hey,
hello, Muse. How you doing, my love? Issuing out the hugs to us both there. Everyone's saying
received, thank you.
Everyone immediately saying hello to Marcy. See, they're all latching on. See, they all know this is the way of things.
Yeah,
they're all terrified.
Yeah, it is the correct response. Just instantly panic and do everything you think is required.
Yeah, she's our very own G.I. Jane, mate. She's armed to the teeth, mate.
Yeah.
I reckon she's got a big trench dug out in her yard and she sits there with the old full sniper garb on, mate, with a spotter next to her going, right, range me, big boy. Let's get this in. Let's take this postman out. He dares walk up my path.
Do you think she's got a bunker and a prepper stash?
I reckon so, yeah. I reckon she's got an underground lair, mate. And it's wall-to-wall doomsday prep meals and everything, mate. She's got the big 5-inch thick nuclear blast-proof door, the lot, mate.
Massive library of trail mix or whatever that stuff is you get in
I
buckets.
reckon she's got a periscope in a bomb-proof tube where she just pokes it up out of the ground. You see it going... But when you see the lens, you actually see the eye go blink, blink.
see, all I'm thinking now is that bit in Star Wars where R2 goes in the swamp.
Yes.
In Empire, and then that little eye pops up.
Yeah. But you can just imagine that the periscope itself has got its own Marcy handmade ghillie suit over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of that food you get that preppers get. It's like a massive bucket full of just weird stuff.
Yeah.
They've got a name. I can't remember what they're called. It's not trail mix, but it's called something.
Yeah, it's called something, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Buckets of food.
I can imagine. I can imagine being a prepper would be right up Marcy's street, because I could imagine she could organise something like that and be damn good at it and all.
But I've got to tell you now.
Yeah.
You do realise we're now in really bad trouble, don't you? Now we've done.
Oh, absolutely. But you encouraged me.
I encouraged nothing. You started it.
I just followed your lead because you're a guru, see. I just look up to you. That's what
Don't
it
even
is.
Try, boy.
So when you
Don't even
started
try.
that, I just went along with it to try and be all big and clever, and then realised the error of my ways. And now I spend the next half hour trying to wheedle my way back out of it.
So your argument there is I'm evil and you're stupid.
Absolutely, and I will stick with that all day long, mate.
It's done as well so far for the last few years.
There you go, Marcy says, I would love to have a stocked bunker underground. Good girl.
I'd love a bunker.
Al says, I'm going to your favourite place tomorrow, Colin, the dentist. Oh, come over all of a quiver for a bottom set of implanted teeth. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Good luck with them, mate.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, I can see Kenny Everett now, yeah. I can't do an I voice. Yes. There you go.
Okay. Oh, I've got... I misplaced some silver paint then. I'll have to cover that up in a minute.
No matter what I try to sing, it sounds like Johnny Cash trying to talk his way through a country record. I ain't no singer. So one thing I would love to have been able to do.
Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to be able to sing along to my music I liked when I was in my 20s, but as I've got older, I've got lower and lower in pitch, and it's like, I can't sing along to some of that stuff now. Yeah,
you know, some people, you hear them, don't you? Especially these ones that go into a karaoke place and they give it the full Monty, don't they? All of that lot. And they're proper old crooners, ain't they? I sound like I sound like two skinheads kicking a toolbox along a road, you know? It's just not... It's not good, mate.
One of our local pubs, we used to have various local pubs that we'd go to when I was in my 20s. And one of them was like a proper, like, old bloke pub.
Yeah.
It didn't want to be. There were two like old man pubs.
Yeah.
And one of them was just full of old men, and it had like live terrible jazz on a Friday night and stuff. And it was like, that's an old man's pub. It sells old man's beer, and it still looks like it's in the 1970s. So that's great. But they accepted their fate gracefully, that old man's pub. But the other one, it wanted to be a young, trendy pub, but it just had all the old men that weren't really cool enough to go into the other old man's pub. So this is where they all went. And there was one guy who was about 1,000 years old, and he couldn't sing. He was always completely drunk. He could not sing. And he only ever sang on karaoke. They had karaoke night. It's an old man. I don't know. But he only ever sang Nothing Compares to You, like the 25-minute long version.
Oh, really?
And when he started singing that, the pub was just empty.
Yeah.
It's gone.
So I did a rendition of Wild Side of Life on a karaoke at a wedding. You know, I was in proper lounge singer mode, you know, collar folded up. You're back to the wild side of life. Fuck. You know, I always remember Charlie, my granddad, getting the spoons out. He was one of them, a rat-a-tat-a. You know,
the spoons out. Oh, that's classic.
Yeah, you know, and he would do that little one-legged jig that all blokes of that generation did, where they would walk along and do a little Harley shuffle with one leg, a rat-a-tat-tat. Basically tap dancing with one foot, but with blakies.
Did he ever jump in the air and click his heels together like that?
No, because he only had one leg, mate.
Ah, that would limit that option then.
Yeah, you know, so he was like, you know.
He couldn't quite get that.
Couldn't quite get that, no. But he would try to do a bit of the old rat-a-tat-tat with his good foot, you know, the old flummity flum. But and he would sort of shrug his shoulders, teach some of that. Out would come the spoons. It's always off he goes. But it would take him like 10 minutes to get to the end of the table. And then like a very slow tram, he would then start coming the other way.
I just love the idea of an old guy like going out to the pub with spoons ready just in case. He always
had a set of spoons on him. It's like, you know, where'd you get them from? Yeah. Never know when you're going to need them, boy. Keep your spoons with you.
That's when he'd tap his nose, give you, and you go, ah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bless him.
He used to do a bit of washbolt. Yeah. But yeah, he's just one of them, you know, one of them characters.
Oh,
little metal thimbles.
Oh, he just happened to have all this stuff on him.
Yeah,
goes out to the pub with the washboard.
Who was that geezer? Derek Geiler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember him? You know, the little ding-a-ling on there. Yeah, you stuck the little screw with a pot on there, little metal pot. You know, ring-a-ding-ding. You know, it's like
Derek Geiler. Derek Geiler.
He was happy.
Bless him. That's just the best thing ever.
Yeah, he stopped him smoking. He says, Charlie will kill you. He said, I smoked all the years, it ain't killed me yet. He got run down in Garrett Lane by a bus whilst rolling a fag.
Oh, no. So
irony.
he was basically the true life version of, why should I stop smoking? I could be hit by a bus tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah. Never forget it. And it's like...
his entire life was basically a cliche.
To be honest with you, I think he would have seen the funny side of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that would have been his humour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you, Adam and Eve it? You know, it's,
He'd be like, really?
But he would come running in after going to the bookies, fight, Henry Prince, be gone, down the road he'd go again. And he would always be at the front if there was a street fight going on.
Yeah.
Because obviously you had a lot of travellers and scrap metal merchants, which was what our family were. Scrap metal. So it was, how can I say, quite a fiery environment to be in at times. So if there was a dispute, it got sorted the old way. So of course, you know, it was hilarious. Fight, boom, off he'd go. So you'd be legging it after him. He'd be like, Charlie, slow down, your leg's going to fall off.
Of course, the old way not being solved with spoons.
Oh, mate. Probably why he likes spoons. He probably where he got all his collection from, the rag and bone people.
And what do you do? What do you like for fun? I like spoons.
Yeah, I like spoons.
I like spoons.
How many peas can you get in there then, Charlie, in a spoon?
I like spoons. I like to calculate the maximum pea capacity.
Yeah.
Peas.
He would have been dead chuffed, though, that I followed his love of scale models.
I'm going to say spoons. I thought you'd started, when you started S, you said, and I was like, telling me you like spoons.
You know that little rat-a-tat you often hear that I tried to say is the air in my central heating? Yeah, it's not.
Bless you. I know what to send you for your birthday then.
Absolutely. Marcy says at least it's a good song. Yeah. She's saying I had to Pete as well. Yeah.
And now for our pleasure, Ride of the Valkyries, performed by Festa on spoons.
Yeah.
Let's channel our inner Vietnam veteran.
Yeah. We used to have one uncle, my Uncle Lee, he thought he was Elvis reincarnated. Whenever he got near a karaoke mic, you know, the only thing he needed was the white jumpsuit, you know. He was a bit of an Elvis nut anyway, but he done a bad Elvis voice like Les Gray did out of Mud. Do you remember them?
Oh, yeah.
It's Lonely This Christmas track, wasn't it? You know, he kind of thought he was the English Elvis, didn't he, and destroyed. Yeah. So,
the thing is, it's always the Elvis nuts that decide they can sing like Elvis even when they can't.
No. It's like,
It's like all the good Elvis impersonators don't actually really care that much about Elvis, but all the really bad ones, they're all like the Elvis. Yeah. And this is the funny thing, right? It's obviously of the time, but when I was a kid in the 70s, there were always like at least 3 or 4 families where the parents were really into Elvis and had like pictures on the wall. And they were always Irish. I don't know this. I knew quite a few Irish families.
Yeah.
And they all had a big thing for Elvis. It's like, is this an Irish thing?
Yeah, it is. My mum was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this family I knew, they had like velvet pictures on the wall of Elvis. It's like, you know, in the velvet. I'm like, oh dear.
Elvis, the Brat Pack, Billy Fury, all of them sort. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, Uncle Albie, he had a perm in the 70s and thought he was Tom Jones. That used to be funny. Him singing Delilah. It's like, oh, God, someone shoot him. because he did it in a voice like mine. Delilah.
Delilah.
So, yeah.
You say you can't sing, but you could be a perfect club singer in the style of a 1970s club singer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
You do a perfect Vic Reeves. What are you on about?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear the tune now. Boom, boom, yeah.
I don't want to hear that ever again.
Yeah, it's not good. Told you I didn't do beatbox or anything like that.
Had a hair.
Yeah.
That is the one good thing. If you can do a club singing voice, you can do all kind of copyright stuff, and YouTube can't detect it. It's great.
Well, they wouldn't have a clue, would they?
No.
I guarantee you, folks, I could destroy any record. Whatever your favourite record is, I can sing it in a way that you would never even recognise that it's your favourite record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you sang it seriously with a straight face, you still wouldn't recognise it. Yeah. Oh, that's not what you meant. Oh, I see.
Got some loads of pickockacies. Oh, got a sack truck to build.
Ooh, sack truck. Is that a truck with sacks?
Yes. Yeah, it's a truck that carries sacks. Digger Evans Model Railway. Model Railway says, hi, Festa and Foxx. Hello, Digger. How you doing, guys? Nice to see you.
Do you know what I've realised in last couple of days?
What's that,
and
mate?
Both me and you do this, right?
Oh, dear.
On both the eModel streams and our own streams, we have viewers from all over the world that regularly come to watch us.
Yes.
And we kind of know where they're all from. Unless they're Australian or Canadian, in which case we always get it wrong. I don't know why.
We're useless at that, aren't we?
Yeah, we always remember the Americans, obviously the Brits. We've got a few Dutch, things like that. But the Australians and the Canadians, we always mistake Canadians for Americans. The Australians we think, but we don't know. We just forget they're Australians. Although Oscale modelling kind of gives us a handy hint.
I think my best one was when EC Idaho came in and I said, so where are you from, mate? Yeah, it was like, clues in the name, Cole. Yeah. As soon as I said it, I know. I thought, you were
like, Dirk. You were like, okay, I just did that.
Yeah, it was one of those tilt moments, wasn't it?
Hang on, I need to reboot.
Yeah.
I need a blue. I need a good blue. What's a good blue? Let's have a... Oh, do I really want to use McCrag blue? Ugh, ultramarines. No. Calidor Sky, that'll do. I refuse to use McCrag blue for anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a very bright colour.
That is, isn't it? That's brighter than bright.
Because in the Warhammer universe, all electrical cables are either blue, yellow, black, or red.
Yeah.
And if they're yellow, they've got black stripes on them, which I will try and paint at some point. I think. Maybe. I'll try. Maybe.
Yeah, you know you want to.
Yeah, well, yeah, I need to try it. I can do black and white. I can do black and yellow hazard stripes, but on a tiny tube, I'm not so sure.
Paint your tubes. And that sounded wrong, didn't it?
Yep. Paint your tubes on the left-hand side. I managed to make that song sound like an old 1950s British folk song. That's
musical youth when it passed the Dutchie.
Pass it to Che, oh, that's high.
Yeah.
Oh, now we know how to get around copyright. We can sing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, no, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm glad we tried this out on eModels channel, not our own.
Absolutely. Marcy's sitting there now going, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. What's your favourite record, Marcy?
Yeah.
Actually, we're really treading dangerous ground there, aren't we? If we go after Marcy's favourite track and destroy it, you do realise she will swim the Atlantic to come and slap the taste out of our mouth.
She would literally walk to your house.
She would. She'd tunnel under the Atlantic.
Yep. She'd just command the Atlantic to just get out of the way, basically. She'd be like, just excuse me.
I'd bump down the stairs on my bum just as the letterbox flap opened, and there's the Wile E. Coyote eyes staring at me going, so you thought it was clever to sing my song? I told you I'd get you. Yeah.
Revenge is a dish best served
as I start skedaddling to go back upstairs because, yeah.
She's like, don't think that things like doors and walls and structural objects can stop me, Festa.
Yeah. It'll be, start sleeping with one eye open, mate.
For you, Tommy, the vote is over.
Bless.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. La 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 la.
Yeah, it's a good way of getting around copyright.
Yep. Although we have actually just explained all that, so YouTube are probably listening to every word, so they'll know now. They'll devise an algorithm that can translate your specific club singing.
Well, they seem to be on a mission at the moment, because pretty much all my content at the moment goes out for review. It's like, yeah.
I get a lot of them out for review. It's really annoying. Especially video game stuff. It's like, oh, it's not quite... So I'll say, okay, can you review it? Okay, reviewed it, and it's fine. Brilliant. But now everybody's watched it now, so it's too late.
I get the, it's been reviewed, and it's still staying limited. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I've had one or two like that, thankfully, not many.
Yeah, and I sit there and think, okay, how many times did I say that word then? Yeah.
Let's have a look at chat. We have... Muse says, if this idiot ploughing blocks up my driveway again, I'm going to feed him the plough.
Oh.
As if we needed to clarify what we just said.
Yeah.
Although, why are you living in the middle of a field? I don't know. I know, it's a snowplough. It's a joke. It was terrible. I give up.
This is where we sing the words also. You got a brand new combine harvester.
Combine harvester. Ooh,
love my plough.
Digger Evans, you've already said, because he comes in, you said hello to him.
Hello, Dix.
Steve says, are you going to clear your tubes, Fox? That's personal. Come on now. It's a family show. What I do with my tubes. And now I need one of my... Ow! I need to hit the light with my head. One of my favourite colours.
I did that earlier. I've done everything. But then I've got to be the only man that's done this. I once shut my own head in my car door.
Yeah, I think that's a unique ability.
Yeah. I was actually quite proud of it. I was
I think you should be.
rolling the car out of the garage, and I had my head out because I wanted to make sure that the side of the car didn't hit the post in the garage, but I forgot. And the door hit the brick reinforcement bit and just spun shut and smacked me right on the canister. So I had this perfect door shape right down the side of my canister.
It's still there to this day.
Proper Tweety bird spinning round and everything moment it was.
Roll out the garage.
Oh, mate, proper, I might have said dagnamit as well.
Did you even say dagnamit? Wow.
Yeah. Dagnamit.
Well, gosh darn and heck.
Yeah.
Gosh darn and heck. Well, HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, flip, I went.
No fiddlesticks and fie.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with myself, I must admit.
No. Well, you were after, but not at the time. Not while it still hurt.
Oh, no, it was proper ringing your bell, wasn't it?
So I opened the front door last night to get a parcel in the porch, turned right round and just walked headfirst into the door frame. That was fun.
It's when you bang your head on something and, I really wanted to do that, and you go and do it again. And it's like, really?
Well, the really annoying thing is just now, when I went to get a pot of Avalanche Sunset and I stood up and banged my head on the lamp, I got a pot of Avalanche Sunset out about 5 minutes ago. So I already had it out.
Marcy says it's lame that you actually have to ask for a human review. Oh, yeah. Honestly, they're really strict at the moment, Marcy, and I don't know what's changed.
Yeah.
Marcy says it's not hard to do, Colin. I've done that. Says Jackie. Good girl. Good girl. Because I get mocked mercilessly by H because I did it. And I'm so happy now that I've come across someone else that has done it. And it's even better being a woman.
To be fair, you get mocked mercilessly by H anyway.
Yeah, that's never going to change, is it?
No. So just adding a new subject for the mockery is not really a qualifier.
I've tried, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Ah. I'm going to change my water in a minute. It's got metally flaky bits in it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, I've got a little bit more silver to do though.
Not
so
flakery metal then, it's metally flaky.
Metally flakily and metally.
Well, let's just give them a
little flaky little devils.
Little trim there, it's got a lug hole on it.
I need to stop jabbing my brush into random directions and painting random things the wrong colour.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. That would be stupid and silly and nonsense.
There you go.
I am definitely getting better at painting with these Citadel brushes.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I think either I've suddenly developed a skill somewhere, I've picked up an extra thing on my skill tree, or they've improved their artificer brushes to hold their point longer.
Yeah, you said before that you're having success with them when there was a time you didn't.
Yeah, they were always like traditionally the brush that you use for a bit, but they didn't last very long. But actually, lately, last 6 months or so, they've become really good. Quite reliable.
Jackie's saying that's one of her many mishaps, or Jackieisms, as we call them.
Yep.
She is a legend in her own right, is our Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget Helen being pulled over by the old Bill. You haven't got your seatbelt on. But I was on the phone at the time and I forgot. Yeah.
Damn. It's like the policeman's there going, the job just does itself.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yeah, and you would mock me. And she went, it's got nothing to do with you, slap it. All right.
Cool. Sir car officer.
Yeah, copper says, yeah, I've got one of them at home, mate. Calls Ellen, then the old pigeon head. One of what? Yeah. Yeah, that was that moment when the copper was like, oh, it don't matter, love. She said, that does. One of what? She says, I said, oh, God, she's off.
She's there saying, Carl, how do you spell IPCC again? Remind me.
Yeah, I said, you're going to get nicked in a minute, love. Just wave to him, say he's right, and carry on your journey.
Yeah. Yeah, there are certain... She said, you can argue those kind of points with me, not with the copper that's going to book you for driving without your seatbelt on. There's a time and a place, love.
Oh, she's gold at times like that. It's like, yeah. God bless her. Let's re-drill that right through, because that's still a bit of a shoddy fit.
You're a shoddy fit.
I like being made of shoddy fits, mate.
Now, my plan tonight was not to be painting tiny molecular details, because it ends up with me not reading the chat much. But I forgot I've got to do the stripes on these tubes.
Was that a subtle hint? Cole, you stop what you're doing and read the chat. Yeah, I will.
I'm just saying, because I've been quite quiet tonight, and it's because I'm painting these little... and I was like, oh, yeah, I've got to do all the hazard straps on these tubes.
Yeah, I actually at one point was getting quite concerned about you. I thought you might be ill, mate.
No.
Even though I had laryngitis.
Scale modelling chaos since this evening all. Sorry I'm late. I was watching the football. Yeah.
Hello, Cassandra. How you doing?
Steve says, oh, well, Betty's calling. Thank you for coming in, Steve. Take care, buddy.
Steve, you take care, mate. Lovely to see you.
Yeah. Right, let's get these silver bits done, and then I will... I'm
sure you gave Cassandra a girl's name for February, but can I honestly remember it? No.
I suggested... Did I suggest Peaches or something?
Peaches, that was it. That was it.
Because I made a Mario joke, I remember. Oh, hello.
It's February, isn't it, tomorrow? Of course, yeah. Ding dong.
Yeah. It's nearly Christmas, dude.
Oh, man. It's nearly Christmas.
I do like yellow.
You like spud.
Because that'll be more stripes if I do it yellow.
I like peas.
I like peas.
I really, really, really like peas. Spider
burping. I have to paint that blue because I can't paint it red, this pipe, because it's right next to his red loincloth. I can't paint it yellow because I'll have to paint hazard stripes on it. No, actually, I won't have to. Screw it. Let's just do it yellow.
Cassandra confirms, yes, it was Peaches. Marcy's going to be back in a minute. She's got to go and pop and do Dad's meds. No worries. Hello, Marcy's dad, by the way.
Hello, Marcy's dad.
Does that mean that she's got to come up out of her trench then?
Yeah. Everybody.
Underground lair.
I wouldn't have said lair, really. That's not a word that's going to endear you to her, but, you know, you said that, not me.
Oh, you grass.
Well, you're the one that said it out loud.
Yeah, that's not wrong. Nothing wrong with saying a lair, is there?
Well, what lives in a lair?
I don't know.
I'll let you say.
Dr.
I'll let
Evil.
you answer that one. Dr. Evil.
With sharks with lasers.
Freaking lasers. Throw me a freaking bone here.
I was going to say Fred Titner lives in a lair. Dibner lives in a lair.
I don't know where that came from.
Nor do I. I don't know what I was thinking to even associate them two together, to be honest with you. Right. Take the red pill, Carl.
Freud's sitting there going, don't look at me.
Yeah.
I'm qualified for that.
Yeah. You like that?
You like that? I went on a Fred Dibner watching build, a binge the other day
I know,
after you mentioned
you
him.
proper off, didn't I?
Yeah. Like watching him climb up a ladder up a chimney.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, it was like he puts his hands on the side of the ladder.
Yes.
Rather than grabbing the rung. And I'm like, He gets there at like 8 in the morning. It's 8 in the morning, it's really cold. He gets out of the van. Within seconds, he's going up the ladder, holding it at the side, a wooden ladder. And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
200 foot up a chimney. And then he gets to the top and he's got to get onto the wooden planking and he kind of goes round.
Goes over the 45-degree overhang, doesn't it? And it's like,
Yeah. He's kind of leaning back on 200 foot up in the air. He's like, I'm going to just have a coronary.
Where he's swinging the planks to put the scaffolding boards on?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's
just
proper.
My brain's like...
It's the fact that he climbed all the way down to have a cup of tea of the sandwich and then climbed all the way back up again.
It's like you could have taken... Yeah, he's got to go and spend time with his oppo, though, won't he? Whatever his name was. Dougie or whatever his name was.
Dougie, yeah. Want to have me cup of tea and me butty.
I love the fact he's saying about his... He said, I've worked with loads of different people over the years, he says. And I can't remember this guy's name, but we'll call him Dougie.
Yeah.
He says, but Dougie's nice because he says he's teetotal and he's old, so he's not distracted by the ladies. You know what I mean? So you get a young lad working on distracted by the ladies in the factory.
Yeah, office dolly bird. It's like proper old lingo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good old Fred.
Right, not any more wires that need painting, or is that? Oh no, there's another one.
Sadly, no longer with us.
Yeah, 2004 he passed away.
Oh no, it's 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, legend.
A legend in his own boiler
If
suit.
you haven't got a clue who we're on about, just Google Fred Dibner. Dibnah, if I remember rightly. Dibner.
Yeah. It was a British national institution.
It's when you see him gunning around in his little burgundy short wheelbase Land Rover with about 3 tons of wooden ladders on it. It's like, how did that not roll over?
I was quite amazed. Of course, I ended up reading about him on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And it was amazing how for most of his public career, he was skint because he didn't. The steeplejacking business was just on its backside.
Yeah.
And it's only when he started getting, in the 1990s, a few more TV series that he started making a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Before that, he's like, I couldn't even afford to buy ladders.
No. Absolute legend, mate. It's, it was... He did not have some wives and all.
Yeah.
He married quite a few times.
Yeah.
All his money went on his traction engine, didn't it? It was like, wife wanted to go on holiday, out comes the traction engine. Yeah, not quite the cruise that she thought she was going on.
Did you know he was in his back garden? He was building a vintage mine head.
Yeah.
He dug down the pit and built the thing that goes over the top of the pit.
Yeah.
What?
You see the big chimney as well at his house with the steeplejacking wood round it. It was brilliant. Yeah. Nice little touch, right? Yeah.
And I love the fact in that video I was watching, it was like they had to take this big old chimney down for courtholes, but because it was in the middle of the courtholes factory environment, they couldn't demolish it, so we had to take it down brick by brick, literally brick by brick. You had to go up to the top like 300 foot and just knock each brick out and throw it down the chimney.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I read up on that. It took them 5 months to do that.
Yeah.
5 months that took.
Have you seen the one where he actually cuts the back out the chimney and puts a fire in it, and then he lets off his alarm, and his alarm basically looked like a bagpipe cushion, didn't it? And it just went, all it did was, that was it.
That was get out of the way now.
Yeah. Oh, it's going, and that was where he coined that. Do you like that?
Yeah, because he had to run because it kind of went slightly the wrong way and he didn't expect it, and it was like, oh, ooh. Do you like that?
Proper old school.
National treasure. I never forget walking. I went to the chemist one day and like the local fun fair turned up. Once a year we get this like fun fair that turns up, and it's just like it's basically a traveller's family that run, and it's a really nice fun fair. They're travellers, but that's like it's a really nice fun fair, and it comes every year. Yeah. And I was walking down the road, and this guy was coming towards me, and he had the boiler suit and the flat cap and the little sort of white shirt with the tiny checker pattern on it and stuff, and I'm like, and the hobnail boots, and I'm like, and the 80s glasses, I'm like, that's Fred Dibner, but he's been dead for 20 years. The guy looked exactly like him.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, and then I thought, oh, the fair's in town. Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
There were some characters in the fairgrounds when they used to come round.
Oh, yeah.
Like the rag and bone people. Community within the community, they were.
Yeah. Oh, rag and bone man with his dray horse and his wooden thing, whatever you call it, that he used to carry around.
Yeah.
What was your rag and bone man's call? Ours used to go, oh, like that.
Basically rag and bone, that sort of thing. And the old rag and bone.
Yeah, and ours just went, oh.
Yeah.
You wake up of a Sunday morning, oh.
They used to always used to have a good round. You know, people always looked after him, you know.
Here's the thing about Rag and Bone Man. Was your Rag and Bone Man the same as ours, and that everybody believed he was probably a millionaire, but he did Rag and Bone?
Yeah, we all thought he had a few quid, tucked away.
Yeah. We had the same. Everybody believed he was actually secretly rich.
Yeah.
Oh. I've got to paint that bit of cable there.
When's the last time anyone saw a Rag and Bone Man?
I can't remember the last time ours came around. It must have been.
Yeah. Are they still a thing, or has it gone by the wayside? I don't know.
Well, I can't give away too much information because it'll give away where I live. But
yeah, I know.
There was a person that lived in my area. My area. There was a man who lived around where I am, who, for many, 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 many decades, used to wander around the town with like a metal trolley.
Yeah.
And he'd just collect scrap stuff.
Yeah.
And he had a specific name, and he was really well known and loved in the area because he'd just walk along going, what is? Nobody knew what I ever said. Nobody ever knew what And he'd shout at cars going past, and he'd shout at people walking past, and he'd always wave to some people and then just give other ones abuse. We assume he didn't know what he said. And then when I got older, you remember I told you about the old man's pub that accepted the fact it was an old man's pub?
Yeah.
He used to go in there, and we were like, oh, look who it is.
Yeah.
And he was as nice as pie. He was like, right, lads. But, yeah.
I think Albie Fox was our last one.
Yeah.
But I certainly haven't seen... The last one I saw was coming round in a flatbed transit. Just wasn't the same without the clatter of horses' hoofs, you know what I mean?
We have a scrapyard nearby who've got all the vans liveried up, and they got all that. It's almost like fun fair vans. They got stuff painted all over them.
Yeah.
And they go around with the van. You can just hear the PA going, scrap metal, washing machines.
Yeah,
things.
that sort of thing. Yeah,
yeah, it's not the same now.
Not the same, is it?
Scrap metal. No.
Funny, kids used to be feeding the horse on the other end. My granddad was there. with his bucket getting the manure for his garden. You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember it's like, it was a massive, like, Shire horse or something for our Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah, big black thing it was with a big white long hair over its hoofs.
And all the kids would run out and like, oh, I'm being called to service.
That's all right, mate. Hugh Gordon's in, saying good evening, inmates. Hello, Hugh, how you doing? Lord Barkley says used to have a school bell. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, proper. Yeah. Yeah, Reese is in, says hello. Oh, hello, mate. Digger Evans says Fred Dibner's funeral was really well attended. He said Fred Dibner made a weathercock even out of army kitchen trays when he did his national service. Yeah. Best rag and bone men was Steptoe and Son. Yeah, Harold, you dirty old man. Yeah, Steptoe. Icons, mate. Icons of the comedy world. They were. Would Steptoe and Son be shown now? There's the question. Would that be allowed on air now? I don't think it was that controversial, was it? But you never know. He said, Digger Evans says, I've got Olsen Trap, but I don't do Rag and Bone. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, Hugh Gordon saying hello, Jeff. Did you get that in Scotland at all, Hugh? Rag and Bone men, is that still a thing up where you are, mate? Because I think you're a little bit rural, Hugh, aren't you? If I remember rightly. Could be totally wrong now, but. Yeah, it was certainly a thing where we were. Because you'd have the big scrap metal dealer at the end of the road where we were. And he'd come out of there and he'd go off and do his rounds, and then you'd hear him coming round late in the evening, bless him. So he used to go down to the yard and help him unload. So yeah, bless him. Yeah, he was a pillar of the community, really. Everyone liked the fella. You'd always look out for him and keep an eye on him, but yeah, Rag and Bone men. Those were the days. Getting all reminiscing now. That thing in the US, Rag and Bone men, is it a thing in Australia? Do they have Rag and Bone men down under? I don't know. Everything's a dying art now, isn't it? Milkman, is that still a thing? Do you still get milkman, folks? Just always get your pinter, didn't you, left on the doorstep. When you was going to school, you used to go along and nick the milk, didn't you? And in the winter, you'd see it freeze up, and you'd get the old top hats on the milk bottles where the cream used to freeze up. Pop out the top with a little foil lid sat on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, milkman. One of my first jobs, that was, when I was at school, getting up in the morning, they'd do the milk round. Yeah, my brother did the papers and I did the milk run. Yeah. Earned a few quid, keep me mum in food. Help her out a bit. Yeah. Would the kids these days be allowed to do a milk round? And also, would they actually be bothered to do a milk round? Like a badge of honour or rite of passage when we was kids, getting the milk run or the paper run. It was the thing. My cousin used to do the Paul's run with his uncle. Used to go out and earn a few quid. Probably not, Cole. It's just like a lot of TV comedy. Exactly, Jeff. Yeah, he's on about Steptoe there. Digger says our milkman retired 2 years ago. Now we have to go to the farm for it. Yeah. Jackie says at Nan and Grandad's we had the bakery and the butcher van. And yeah, the milk round is still about. Yeah. Cassandra's still got a milkman her way in Nottingham. And Hugh says we still have a local dairy who deliver milk in bottles. Rare though, yeah. we have a thing here with the farmers market a couple of times a year, and I wish that was a regular thing because, yeah, keeps them in a few quid, let's be honest. Because Basingstoke, you know, you only got to go a couple of miles and you're back into farm country, so, yeah. But with a farmer's market, you know, you could go there, especially if you had a large family like my mum, you know, there was 5 of us. But you could, back in the day, she could go and get half a cow, half a pig, that sort of thing, and she would buy it, they would butcher it all up, and she'd go and get it. And I think it's a thing down here where you can go out to work in far, but you can pretty much go, I'll have that moo over there. And they'll go, yeah, no worries, we'll send it off and come back and we'll butcher it all up for you and done.
That's the next step from picking your own lobster, isn't it?
Yeah, that's always quite sad when you do that. If any of you have had lobster and they say, which one do you want? And you see them all giving you puppy dog eyes, don't you? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, I don't want lobster now, thank you.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't need to see the food I'm going to eat. No.
Especially when you know how it's done as well. You're like, yeah. Yeah, it's like, no, can you leave Larry the lobster alone? I'll just have roast spuds and some Brussels.
Hey, right.
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine. All good. In the hood. She was nomming on a chicken leg.
Oh, bless her. Mate, at least she's nomming, mate. At least she's nomming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Always a good thing. When Mum is nomming, she's in a good place.
Yep. It's always the best sign.
Oh, yeah. I always know something's amiss once me Mum stops having her Sunday roast. It's like, oh, really?
What are you sulking about now?
Yeah. I can always remember in lockdown, she wrote a letter to Boris because she was annoyed because she couldn't go and see her Winnie. So she wrote him a letter. So I wrote him a letter. So I gave him a right talking to, she says. It's a surprise you ain't been arrested, Mum. I've seen your letters.
Yeah.
Someone needs to say it. Someone needs to tell him. She might just as well be me.
She's on a list now, you do realise. She's on a special echelon filter list.
She's on that watch list. She's got to get swatted one of these days. I can see it.
Brush is too small, I think.
So, yeah, I await to see the progression on how Winnie does over the next few weeks. I've already said to me, Mum, you're going to go up this year. She said if she can sort herself out and stop playing the game, she said, I'll go and see her.
Yep.
That's the deal. I'm like, okay. Have you told her this yet?
Yeah, that's the difficult bit.
They get set in their ways.
Well, yeah, you get to that age, you don't want to change anything, do you?
She's nearly 90 now, mate. You know.
Oh, good God. That's so old.
Yeah. I would say she's a very spirited 90.
That's a good way to put it, I think.
That's a really good, polite way of putting it, isn't it? Which basically means she's a terror.
There's a whole business, there's a whole army of care workers out there that know exactly what you mean when you say she's a very spirited 90. They're like, oh, that is what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's a very spirited 90. We've got one of them. That's like one of them codes that the doctors put on medical records to tell other medical professionals what you're like, that you won't recognise. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Striping is not as easy as I thought.
You says, half a deer sheep, not a problem up here, a friend told me. Yeah. Big boy did it and run away. It's when a copper goes, is that yours? Nah, someone must have left it there, mate.
It's not me, I like peace.
What are you doing in that lake? I turned left instead of right.
It's be sat nav, you're on foot. It's a really bad sat nav.
I like canals.
I like canoes. I'm a canoe, how do you do? See what I did there?
Shut my nose. So go to hell.
Is it designed to float?
Uh-huh.
Might be going to hell, Cole, but you know what? It's worth it.
We're going to have fun doing it, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. I'll put barnacles on it.
I like peas.
There's going to be a lot of back and forth touching up and cleaning up with these stripes because I'm not very good at painting tiny stripes.
Are they white stripes? So, see what I did?
I'm just getting a rough line down to start with, and then I'll have to go back with the yellow and tidy up. They'll look terrible. I mean, trust me, I'm absolutely rubbish at doing these things. Hazard stripes on big surfaces I can do, but little tiny things on it, it's just really quite tricky.
Sorry about it, mate. Sure, it'll look wonderful.
It'll be all right. It'll come good.
You'll be fine, dear.
Mm-hmm.
I have the utmost faith in your GNU-ness.
GNU? How do you do?
I like peas. They are round and green. Don't know what that was.
Like me, apart from the green.
Ah, God. Ah, dear.
I don't know.
Feels so bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it was bordering on animal cruelty, really, but... La la la. Did we get any more benches and bellies?
No, we didn't, mate. I read
No.
a couple out earlier on, but...
Yeah, come on, folks. Bench and belly. I have no idea what my belly will be yet. When we do this Wednesday show, by the time we finish, it's too late for me to order any nice takeaways, and I can't be bothered making stuff at that time of night. So it usually ends up as McDonald's because it's the only place that's open.
You like?
Well, I'd make something, but it's 11 o'clock at night by then. It's like,
Don't know how you can afford takeaways every night, mate. They're expensive.
I go for dirt cheap. The least healthy.
Yeah.
Oops. That went a bit wrong. We don't actually have takeaways every night. It's kind of a bit of an exaggeration. A couple of times a week, maybe, we'll do a takeaway. But it's, cheap as chips jobs. Occasionally I'll treat it to something a bit more pricey. Right, that's terrible looking stripes. While they're drying, I shall do a bit more rust with that dry brush.
Jeff Light says, I can remember all strawn milk carts from the 60s and 70s. Oh, yeah, proper Ernie, mate. Drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
In the West. That's right, my babbers, that's right. I don't know what that was. I'm going to drive that cart right through the middle of town now. You watch me do it. I'm going to sell you some lovely milk. I can't do that accent. I really shouldn't do it. It's such a beautiful accent, though. That kind of Devon Cornwall kind of thing. Right, my barber.
Cassandra's belly was bacon sandwiches, used 16 rashers in 2 sandwiches.
Whoa.
With brown sauce, bench painting tools for the 35th Sherman beverage iron brew. Here's a good laugh, says Cassandra. Was having an inspection of my flat today and put some bits in the oven to make the kitchen look tidy and forgotten when I turned on the oven. But tonight, one of them was plastic. Welcome to the world of Festa, mate.
Yeah.
That is the sort of thing I would do, mate.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Except he'd also have like a carburettor in there.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. The carburettor is a must.
Sump pump. Is that a thing? A sump pump?
Yeah. Oil pump from your sump.
Sump. Sumpity pumpity pumpity sump.
Your knowledge for all these mechanical, manly things is really increasing. I'm
It's terrifying you, isn't it?
so proud of you, but also I'm a little bit scared.
You are, because it's a threat to you, isn't it? Let's just be honest.
It is. You'll be getting all the man tools out again.
Hey, now, you see, no, I've not since I got that asthma. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, the judge was very understanding.
Yeah. At least that's what I like to convince myself.
Sounds plausible. Go for it, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get rid of that off his elbow there.
Elbow.
Yeah, clean his Spanish archer. Yeah. Have you some of that, my son? What else is going on? Billy says, I fancy doing a Sherman soon. Oh, you got to do a Sherman, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Cassandra says the worst bit was the plastic container was full of old cooking oil. Oh, clean up on aisle 5. And
thing is, it'll smell nice though.
yeah, it's saying the field's a good kit, does have plastic trucks, but they are better than the Tamiya, and he's leaning towards the Ryefield Models one, but not sure if I'll find one. Yeah, I did the Ryefield Sherman minus interior. I've got it just to the left there. And yeah, really, really, really was a stunning build to do. And I got the Ryefield Tiger, Jack Panther, and Ulster up there with interiors.
Is phenomenal.
And it honestly, Phil, you won't be disappointed. They are beautiful.
Yep.
Really are beautiful.
It's one of those brands that I don't know if Ryefield is a new brand, but there's one of those brands that a lot of people didn't know about until recently.
I would say Ryefield are the Bandai of the armour world.
Yeah.
They're right up there, mate. They really are.
Because it's one of those brands that a lot of people never heard of until the last few years. It's like,
it was
around, or was it?
Yeah, it was Sergeant Bones that got me into Ryefield, because I had never built a tank. And he was quite shocked by that, because he's an armour buff at the end of the day.
We are British.
He was in the hangout one night, and it was like, do you do armour? And I went, nope, never built a tank, not since I was a little boy. And he was gobsmacked. He said, get yourself a Tamiya tank, or he said, better still, get a Ryefield. And I'm like, who the bloody hell a Ryefield? So I did a Google, and I came across the Lightning deal where I got the two, the Jag Panther and the Owls, for the price of one. It was like a 2-for-1 deal. So I snatched their arm off, and he was so proud of me. He really was. And he actually messaged me the other day when I put that Ferrari part work up. And he was like, you done the Ryefields yet? I went, oh, no, not yet. I'm still learning armour. I'll do them when I've honed my skills a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are that sort of next level thing, aren't they,
Yeah. But it's like we said before, though. I mean, if you wanted to just, flex your muscles before you touch them, get yourself a little 20 quid Tamiya, 1970s Tamiya tank kit. They're great to practice on.
Absolutely. I'd recommend that to anyone.
Yeah.
We often get asked that on the eModels, don't we? On the eModels
so I want to get
Monday.
into armour. What should I do? Yeah, because we've had questions. People saying, I've never built a tank before, and I've spent 100 quid on this expensive tank kit, and it's like, I'm worried. It's like, well, get yourself a little 17 quid Tamiya 1978, whatever.
Fun weekend build.
Yeah, it's got like 10 components. It's got 10 parts. Doesn't matter if you mess it up. Goes together like a dream. There you go. Good practice build. There'll be a test pig for your paint later on.
Yeah. Always a good place to start.
When I was a kid in the 80s, it was kind of the thing. It's like, oh, you're British and a teenager. You must build lots of Tamiya World War II tanks. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the generation before me all built Airfix. My generation, we all built Tamiya tanks and armoured vehicle World War II stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it was.
You think, though, when we was born, the war had only been ended 20 years.
Yeah. That makes my brain wibble sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't that long.
No. That's what she said. Oh, wait. What?
I see what you did.
You're vastly impressed, aren't you?
I am. You wouldn't believe how impressed I am, mate.
As always, I managed to vastly impress him. It's looking a little bit better. A little bit better, but not brilliant, but...
Are you happy?
Now, the beauty... Well, yeah, because the beauty I've got here is, right, and it might even come out on camera, but the edges of the tube where the blue and the steel cables are a bit rough and ready.
Go
but
full
it doesn't matter
screen
because...
if you need to, geese.
No, it's fine. It's not worth it. But I need to go back over the blue and the silver ones to tidy them up where I've gone over them. But at the end of the day, when I put a wash on this, it'll go into the edges and hide all those little wobbles. Yeah. Never forget, your washes hide all the sins.
Exactly.
Your paintwork doesn't need to be perfect if you're going to be doing a wash or a shade or however you want to call it.
Didn't think that looked right. Classic. Classic.
What was that?
I didn't think it looked right. His foot. And it's because I put them on facing backwards.
Wait a minute. Something was said. What? Hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah. You know when you get that, don't look right. It just, I don't know, there's something not right there. I thought, where's his belly gone? And I thought, it's because I'm holding it. It's like, no, it's because I put his feet on back front. What a burk. Something
subconscious in your brain's going, there's something amiss here.
Yeah, there you go. Still, problem rectified.
Yep.
Philly says, I've never treated myself to a fancy tank kit, even done a fair meal once there.
I don't want to know what you've been thinking about tonight.
I know, it's all going wrong, isn't it?
People wouldn't love it if we did everything right all the time.
Pete's probably sitting there going, he has one job. That's all he has.
You've been hanging out in the woods again?
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't you?
Yeah. If I didn't have a slip of the tongue, it wouldn't be me, would it?
No.
Yep. No, the spider pig.
Spider pig.
Apparently his arms are folded, so we'll have a bit of that. Okay. We can do that. It looked rather interesting. Suave, windswept, and very interesting.
Suave.
Like that. Oh, straight in there, Cole. Mightily
windswept, like when Pete gets on his 3.5-foot yacht.
Yeah, you'll be thinking of me tomorrow, won't you? Mm-hmm. 3 hours will disappear out of my day in no time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to expand on that, so don't ask.
Oh, mate.
Let's just say Colin has now experienced something that I've experienced many times.
Oh, yes. It's a rite of
passage. Thought process. Yeah, he's experienced a thought process which many of us have gone through, which he never had.
Yeah.
It has now occurred.
I like my late night Skypes. They're fun. It normally happens just when I'm like on board, and then suddenly it goes ping. It's like I reckon he's got a sixth sense, mate.
Either that or he gets bored.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think deep down it's because he knows I'm up. Because he's a night hawk as well, isn't he? And because he knows I'm up, it's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and badger Festa now. So, yeah.
He's got this unwavering knack to contact me to get something done when I've got a million other things on the go and I've not got time.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, we're not going to expand on this because we don't need to, but people can just wonder. Wonder and never know the truth. Right, so I'll go back over the black again. So if ever you're doing little details like checkers, stripes, anything like that, or you're painting a logo on something or freehanding a sign or a marking, or you're doing lettering, don't panic that the first time you paint it all in, it looks terrible and wobbly, because we've said it many times before, the bit when you watch like a video how to paint X, Y, and Z, and some fancy YouTube presenters there saying, now we paint these stripes, and then they cut away and show you stripes. They don't show you how they went back and forth with the two colours constantly to get them all nice and neat. So if ever you're painting little tiny details between two colours, there's always the back and forth between the two colours to get them nice and neat. Don't ever think you're not going to do that, because you will do that, and it's normal. So there you go.
Is that back and forth, Fox, or is that back and forth?
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like glass bottle glass.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep. So on this, basically, I painted the tube yellow. I then went in with the black stripes. Then went back in with the yellow to widen the yellow stripes because the black was too tight, too big. And now I'm going back over the black to darken them. It's all back and forth. And I'm sure when I've finished doing these black bits, I'll have to go back with the yellow because I'll have messed up some of the black.
Breathe, Fox, breathe and breathe.
Breathe in now. Breathe in now.
Bless you.
All comes good.
It certainly does. Oh, it's funny, I was sitting there looking at the quids the other day thinking, yeah, I've got to really do that second coat because it's the finessing stage that I'm coming to on mine, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to have a bash at them next week. I'm hoping so. It's been a while now. I need to get back and try.
Yeah. I know I got a bit excited then, but it's one of the things that frustrates me with, like, you know, people that do painting guides. They don't explain. I've seen people try to paint things and get frustrated and put off because they're not getting this perfect result straight away, and it's because it's not been explained that there's other stuff to do. Because some of the videos just make it sound like you go blah 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 done. It frustrates me that I don't want people put off. Right, there we go. That's that bit.
Deliberately putting this geezer's head at a jaunty angle.
Ooh.
Because I want him to be giving that look to someone. What did you just say?
Yeah, like somebody's just said something exceptionally stupid. He's like,
yeah.
Huh? Did you read?
Like that. So it's like, yeah, really?
He's basically talking to Festa, and Festa's just accidentally said a rude word in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah.
And he's going, did you mean to use that specific word right there then?
Yeah.
You're going, yeah, I meant that. I planned it.
Yeah, he said an A-N word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put that on. Might as well. Because it's easier to put it on and paint rather than then paint it on the sprue and try to add it. I'd rather just get it on there.
See, what I love more when you accidentally do that and you say a rude word is not the fact that you've done it, because that's funny anyway, but you can instantly hear your brain's going, I just said that word, didn't I? Why did I just... Why? And you can hear your brain questioning itself going, why did I just... What?
I sit there and I'm like, I just said that out loud. What is wrong with you, Wilkinson? I want to slap myself sometimes. It's like, really? Where are you going, man?
Yeah. It's almost like your brain is like, doesn't trust itself. It's like, did I just... Why did...
Yeah.
Because your brain's going there going, I can't point at someone and tell them off because it was me that did it.
Yeah.
Your brain's like, it was my fault and I can't shout at anybody. Gosh darn it. Okay, they came out pretty good.
So he's got that.
So I did the blue tubes. Blue tubes. What's that secret you're keeping? He said, changing the tune for copyright purposes.
Okay, so he's got that one. So where's that one? Has he got the bendy one?
Ooh, bendy one. Using my God hand brushes here. Very, very nice.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, you know.
Yes.
That's a leg. I suppose it would be, Carl, because it's a leg, it would work. Okay, so that's that. So it's, okay, we need to reshape that to look like the one on his sack truck. Because that bears no resemblance to that at all. So,
apologies if I'm out of shot. I'm just having to make the most of...
That'll have to be warmed up then.
Warm your sack truck.
Yeah.
I had to consider what I was saying as I started saying it, then I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I just picked up on what you said there, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to re-sculpt his meat.
Yeah. No wonder he's got his head cocked to one side.
Because
Oh, I'm glad I'm actually not painting a tiny detail at that point.
that's what he's got on his sack trap, right? A rolled up pig, folded up, right? Yeah? Bear that in mind. That's what they give you. They give you a side of meat,
Okay.
which bears absolutely no resemblance to what's on the sack trap.
Unless it's just because maybe if they painted a flat pig, it would look weird.
Yeah, so I'm going to re-sculpt mine so that it looks like that. So I will.
You're going to roll your meat up.
Yeah, either that, or I might just make one out of green stuff. So we'll see. But
It's going to sculpt his. Ah. This is why you love us, folks.
yeah,
This is indeed why you love us, and you know it.
it's called the Festa effect, isn't it?
It's the best effect. Festa effect is the best effect.
I'm really hoping that Marcy hasn't come back in the chat because she's going to be doing that facepalm thing again, Fox, isn't she?
Well, given that it's you, what do you think the odds are that she came in at exactly that moment?
Yeah. It's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be pretty. He's got one job. Can't even make it through a show, can he?
She's there like, I don't even...
I'll leave him alone for 5 minutes.
Yep.
She's looking at her dad going, look, sir, I'll leave him alone for 5 minutes. It's all gone Pete Tong again, Pop.
Can't leave him alone without knowing that something's going to be devalued in the process.
Yeah.
Right, so there we go. I've got my little stripy stripes. Not the best painted in the world, but it's the first time I've actually painted stripy stripes on tubes. Actually, that black line needs to be a bit wider. And I've got some red on the yellow, so I need to tidy that up. Back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth, he says. Back and forth.
Glass, bottle, bottle, glass.
Oh, glass, bottle. Has that got... Yeah, it's like, what? Oh, yeah, that's why.
I'm not worried about the edges because the wash will clean up those edges a little bit. And then when it's all been washed and stuff, I can go back in on the yellow with a bit of a highlight colour to make it look more like a shiny tube.
You're a shiny tube.
The earth is a shiny tube upon which we all live our lives, gratuitously vibrating. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm just making
You've gone all silly now, haven't you?
I kind of went off on one there, yeah. My Corsair got a bit trippy. Can you imagine Carl Sagan doing the airline safety messages?
Oh, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would be
In the
good.
event of rapid decompression, a mask will drop from the ceiling.
Yeah, I think the sale of flights would increase massively, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. We can put some extra fin along there to really melt that
If the
in.
door that you're sitting next to is suddenly removed from the plane, marvel at the world below you as you hurtle towards it. A little bit of current affairs there, you see what I mean? With the
Yeah, so we did.
Not having a good time Boeing at the minute, are they?
No,
No.
they certainly ain't.
No.
They've had it their way for some time now.
Tell you, back in the days when engineers were British men with curly-whirly high tower hair working in sheds, you wouldn't have had bits falling out of... Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'll just take you back to the infamous comet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's build a plane with square windows.
What can possibly go wrong? What do you mean metal can wear out? It's just nonsense. Have a cup of tea. It'll all feel better.
There you go.
How about no?
Valtteri Bottas has got his butcher's hook, handle, whatever you... Chopper. Got his chopper
Handle.
out. Yeah.
I think as it's you, it should be a handle because you get to say handle.
Handle.
In fact, you get to say meat handle. Meat handle.
Meat handle.
Meat handle.
Handles for meat.
For meat.
Clues in the description, folks. Or
like that famous James Bond film, Me and Oh.
Yeah, that's what he did there.
You see what I did there?
I was impressed.
I tell a lie, actually. I have painted yellow and black hazardy stripes before because I did it on my big Sazabi, on the big fuel tanks on the back.
I was going to say, I thought you had.
But they were massive. That was a bit different because they were massive.
Same process, though, too, isn't it?
Big fuel tanks.
You taken the red pill tonight, perchance?
Yeah, I've not had any dinner yet.
Ah.
I've got 6 bags of chocolate balls and 5 bags of chocolate bars to eat, and it's like
Gold sugar rush.
And it's salted caramel and sea salt.
So your quest to get diabetes, how's that going for you?
Brilliantly. It's coming along in 6s and 7s.
Right. So we got him. The clue on this one is not put his feet on back to front cold. Don't want to do that, do you, mate?
Step 1 in making models. Anatomy 101.
I would say it's because they don't give you instructions, but the clue is feet point forwards, folks.
Yeah. First lesson in model making. Your body and how to understand it.
Yeah.
Warning, this module contains pictures of Rudy parts.
Yeah.
La, 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 la. Right, so that's that. Tubes and pipes done. I need to redo the metal bits. I won't use my god hands for that because it's metallic paints. And I don't want to destroy nice brushes with metallics. Thank you very much.
Reese is asking how much Red Bull Fox has had. Probably all of it, Reese, I would hazard a guess, mate.
Oh, I can't stand that stuff. Taurine-based drinks. No. Very little sleep, thanks to the building work next door, is the real reason. Although I have to give them credit, the builders next door, they haven't got a radio blaring Radio 1 out at 190 decibels. Which is quite nice. And I did say when my neighbour sent me a thing about a year ago saying we're going to have an extension done. And you know, do you have any issues with the planning? And we were like, no, just do it. We don't care. He was like, fine with that. I said, just please ask the builders not to blare out Radio Mouth Breather at 1 million decibels every day from 8 in the morning. And she was laughing and said, I'll make sure they don't.
Yeah.
I think she's like a classical pianist or something. So she was like, yeah, no. So... No, it's quite. So they had the radio playing today, but it was really quiet. I'm like, oh, impressed.
Yeah.
But they did. The first day they were taking down the old extension, which was strangely quiet. It was. They had a man with a pickaxe and a hammer and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they had a man on a little digger. You know, you get the little mini diggers.
Yes. Yeah, we had one when they did our conservatory. Yeah. Yeah,
but the thing about this digger, right? Because the house on the other side, when they had their extension done, they dug out the hole with a little mini digger which had a cab on it.
Yeah, you was telling me, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a mini digger. But this one, it had basically a chair with tracks and an arm.
Oh,
there was no cab. It was like an armchair with a digger arm on it. It was like, wow. No, it was a proper thing. It wasn't homemade. It was a proper thing. But I was like, wow, that's great. It's got no weather protection at all.
That was safety's dream, innit? One of them.
Yeah. So they were dead quiet. And then today they pulled the concrete because it was dead quiet up until midday when some guy knocked on the door to ask me to move my car so they could bring the big concrete truck in. And then it went very quiet. And then I heard as like 1,000 litres of concrete flumped onto the hole in the back of in the back garden.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of spade noises.
Yeah.
And then they went away. So they've been very quiet so far.
Yeah, it should be all right. You might get the cement mixer when they're making up all the muck for the brickwork.
Yeah.
Are they doing a full-blown brick extension, are they?
I don't actually know, because when we got the planning permission thing to say yeah or no, I didn't even read it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Like it's their house, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, all the neighbours get the right to oppose it, don't they? But nobody
yeah, we had the same when we did mine, mate.
Yeah. Because it's right next to us, so no. Because I mean, our patio will be right next to it, but I don't care if I'm looking at because it's a 6-foot fence anyway, so it doesn't bother me. There's a bit of brick behind it. Yeah,
our neighbour on the right-hand side, we said to them, it is going to be visible over your fence. The other property on the left side, they're set back a bit, so it doesn't impact them as much. I said, but because it's all glass, it's not going to ruin any of your daylight. So, the neighbour's fine. They was like, mate, you do what you like. And like they said, they don't even notice it because we're all south-facing, so the sun comes across the back anyway. So, it's not as if it's coming in at an angle of the dangle. So,
I mean, for me, or for us, it's quite handy, especially for this room, because this is an old back bedroom. And unfortunately, it's the sun sets in the eastern. Is it set in the eastern? No, rises in the east and sets in the west, and basically shines through this window most of the day. So this room gets stupidly hot. Yeah, this one gets it first thing in the morning. Then for the rest of the day, it's around the back edge of the house. Yeah. Well, hopefully this little extension might actually block a little bit of the sun early in the morning, so it'll be quite nice.
Yeah. That's better.
Right, I'm dibbing some yellow paint back on this piece of rust on the floor because it didn't really come out very well. And I want it to look like it was at some point yellow.
She's next door's thinking of getting one herself now.
Oh, nice.
So because she's been in and had a nose, because they always ask, don't they, neighbours?
Yeah. Can
I come in? I'm thinking of getting one when really all they want to do is just have a nose.
Yeah, they just want to see what you did.
And it's like, she's like, bloody hell, isn't it big? I said, it makes a whole difference. I said, it's pretty much the whole footprint of the bottom of the house, but on the back of the house, if that makes sense. So it's doubled the footprint area. I said, we got the option then when I'm permanently in the wheelchair, we could knock through the lounge window and have it as open plan, so I can just wheel myself straight out. So
yeah.
So yeah.
Because that's the thing, if you're resorting to wheelchair, you want to have as open plan a house as possible for everything.
Exactly. So, and they was on about that. And then, we would be able to get the lift put in.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to go up in the wheelchair lift then, see. So, because at the moment, I go up and down the stairs on my backside because,
Yeah. I've started saying to Mum and Wolf about getting a stair lift in. She's like, bruh, bruh, bruh. I'm like, I'll make the phone call. You're paying for it, but you won't have a choice, love. If you need it, you need it.
Exactly that. It's one of them, mate.
Yeah.
You got to weigh up pros and cons.
Yeah. So the point now where she can climb up the stairs slowly, but by the time she gets to the last couple of steps, she's really knackered. It's like, you're struggling now, love.
Yeah, because Debbie, when she was last round, my MS nurse, she was like, how are you getting with the stairs? You've not fallen in a while. And I was like, no, I have a new technique. What's that? And I just showed her. She went, oh, my God, really?
For anyone that used to watch Cow and Chicken, it's the devil's butt shuffle, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And she's like, get a lift. Should I get you a stair lift put in? I said, I am not putting a stair lift in. I don't want one. So I got my backside and just bump up and down. She said, yeah, but you're full of metal in your backside and your lower back.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, you're so stubborn. I went, yep.
Absolutely.
So it took you 7 years to convince me to get the wheelchair.
And even then, that's only under protestation that it ever comes out.
Absolutely. John Christmas is in, says hi, guys, and chat. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello. Told you it was nearly Christmas. You see what I did?
Yeah, tumbleweed.
Moving on.
Yeah, I can feel that tumbleweed. I can feel it, John. I can feel it, mate.
Hey, you get it for free. Don't complain when you get it for free. Oh, excuse me.
Didn't want that sounder anyway.
Pting.
Who's the other one, Colt? There you go.
The good thing we're handling this model at the moment is that if I'm handling any of the armour parts, and it rubs some of the paint off. It's great because the blue paint rubs off and it's all the rusty paint underneath. So I'm like, happy days.
Don't forget, folks, we'll be going off air at 11. So anything you want to ask us both, you've got a quarter of an hour to get your questions in. I'm sure.
Time already? Blimey, Riley.
I'm sure we'll sit and answer as many as we can.
Yes. Quite pleased with them stripes. They look great.
Yeah, looking mint, mate. They're looking mint.
Thank you.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy. Oh, I'm happy. I love your little truck. It's just so adorable.
It's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to weathering it up, to be honest with you.
Give it a weather.
Yeah, weather.
While I've randomly picked up a pot of Xandri dust, I shall base coat the teeth.
Yeah.
I think I'll be doing more base coating next week. I don't think I'm anywhere near finished yet. But
I was going to say, you've got another 6 months' work there, mate. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah. People do say that I paint slowly. It's like, well, I do because I'm careful and I love painting.
Paint how you want to paint. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, it's like we've said before. At the end of the day, it's like when you love doing something, you don't want to do it quickly. You do it. You take your time and you enjoy the process. It's like I don't like the building, but I love the painting.
I don't mind either, to be honest with you. It's one of them.
I should have painted inside the mouth first.
To be honest with you, I do like the buildy, especially if it's something where I'm butchering it. Excuse the pun.
I see what you did there.
But
you're more of a man around town. You like all the processes, don't you?
Yeah, I just find all of it therapeutic. I think the reason I do find it like that is because obviously the good, better, best mantra, you know, how I operate in here, because it's not every day that I can do certain things. So I think because I have to vary it so much because of that, I think I've got to like all of the things.
Yeah, you've expanded to like every part of the process.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't mind brush painting, but I prefer airbrush painting.
Yeah.
Because it's what I did, you know, and I like sitting there with the airbrush and using it almost like a felt tip pen, just drawing with it, you know, and that for me is the ultimate therapeutic mode for me.
Especially if you can get a real fine airbrush.
Oh, yeah, you can take it right the way down, you know, you're barely applying any paint, barely any air pressure. And it's just like, yeah. Gets to that point, you could sign your name on a credit card with your airbrush. It's like, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to use my pot of Screamer Pink that I've had it for years. I've never actually used it.
I got some Screamer Pink because I'm going to paint my meat with it. I just want to clarify. I mean,
he's going to paint his meat with a Screamer. Excellent.
I know.
I started painting his teeth, but I realised I've got to paint inside his mouth yet. So.
I meant my meat with it. Stop, Carl, quick whilst you're behind.
Yeah, you just want to stop. The thing is, when you're painting meat, you can't avoid all the meat entendre, double entendres with the meat. It is the order of things.
I would say I was doing so well, but
I thought you were pretty much going to beat it, but you know.
No, I'm not repeating that. I see what you did.
You see what I did there.
You laid a trap, didn't you? You rotter.
I tried to lay a trap.
Yeah.
Curses.
Wising up to your shenanigans there.
Yeah, my shenanigans. You should never wisen up to my shenanigans. I'm painting the mouths in on this little grot and it looks terrible, but it'll come good. Because I've just got it halfway across his chin, which was rubbish for a start. Never mind. There's painting pink on his cheek. Well done. Such a fool, Fox.
All right, I'll slap that on there with his hat.
Got his tongue painted and inside his mouth. I should have really gone for a lighter pink, but hey, it'll do.
You can always
add
a few highlights, can't you?
Yeah, that'll do, pig, that'll do.
And then we can just trim that off the back of his hat.
Go back over his fleshy bits where the pink shouldn't have gone. I just started painting his teeth and realised I hadn't actually painted inside his mouth. Like,
oh dear.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, once the wash goes in there, it'll just be dark anyway, but I'll know.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you haven't done it, you're going to know.
Jeff Light says, quickly move on, they may not have noticed.
Yes. See what I did there, Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure around the outside of the mouth is green, where it is seen.
So his head's leaning down a bit.
It's one of those things with these kind of figures, especially when people paint like dragons and monsters, where you watch people paint them and they paint the entire figure and then they do inside the mouth, and it's like, wouldn't you do that first before you screw everything else up? But I forgot, so. And you see the most amazing paint jobs.
Oh, yeah, you see some classics, don't you?
But it's like, but then you realise that if you're painting inside the mouth, you can actually keep it nice and simple, literally a colour and a wash and maybe a highlight, and that's it. Because it's going to be dark anyway, so you kind of get a Hail Mary. If it's a little tiny figure.
Yeah.
Although getting pink on his nose, that was a dumb idea.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
No. I've got hope I can actually find this grot's teeth because they're really small.
Ickle teeth.
That's why they're not rich, because I'm like, yeah, I've only got little teeth.
I know talent when they see it. I said that out loud, didn't I?
You did the quiet bit again loud, didn't you?
I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to get your inner dialogue tune.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for me, did it? There you go. So he's looking down. I'm happy with that.
Just turning up the volume on the stereo doesn't really fix the problem, really.
No, it don't, does it?
There's a great panel in a Sam and Max comic where they take the car in to the mechanic and they say, "Hey, Mr. Goodcrack, there's something wrong with the engine. It's making this horrible noise. I tried turning up the stereo all the way, but it didn't fix the problem."
Oh, God.
And I'm like, yeah, I've done that. The exhaust making a funny noise, turn the stereo up. There you go, fixed.
Yeah. It's when you get pulled over. Can you not hear your exhaust blowing? No, I was listening to Marilyn Manson at the time.
Or if you're H, you'd go, oh, have I still got one?
Yeah.
I'd said that out loud, didn't I? Sorry, H.
You did. I am so grassing you for that.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, but you know it makes sense.
Yeah, I may have to release that video footage.
Is that where it's going already, is it?
I just did that, didn't I?
You did, didn't you?
I did. The blackmail is complete. The benefit of the blackmail is complete.
It's all right.
Right, a bit more metal. Let's go back to the metals.
You can have your fun. I don't mind.
You may laugh, he says.
You may mock. You've got your video footage. I've got Marcy.
This is true. Yeah, but I can't get in trouble with the video footage.
Damn. Didn't think that through, did I?
Yeah. You could get hit with your own splash damage. It's never going to end well. Right, we're going to paint some of the teeth on this metal jaw silver, because the rest of it's white. And when I've weathered this, of course, all these silver things, apart from the stubber, will be rusty and dirty and discoloured. But for now, they're just going to look like silver. Of course, remember, Orcs is all about scrap and looting.
That goes something like that.
It goes a little bit like that. Dim, 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 dim.
What's that? Yeah, that is his wrist. It's supposed to be there. Oh, yeah, like that.
I must admit, I am... Oh, hello. Constantly dropping it. I am really beginning to love streaming painting. It's only in the last few months I've started...
you wouldn't do it, would it?
Yeah, because I had trouble seeing. But for some reason, I've got better at looking at things while I'm painting them a long way away. And I'm getting really kind of comfortable now painting on stream. I'm really enjoying it. Much more so, because I used to like just do building on streams, because it was like, I can't paint on stream. I've
There was a point in time when you wouldn't do painting on stream at all, was you?
Yeah. Because at that point I was having to jam my face right against the model. It's like, people don't want to see that. But no, it's like, I really enjoy it.
Okay. Released your inner GNU.
GNU, how do you do? Je suis un GNU. I wonder what the French for GNU is.
Fox. See what I did there?
I did. Oh, the foxes have taken up residence in our garden again.
Oh, nice one.
After the disappearance, once we got a gardener in to tidy up the garden, they've come back.
Oh,
Next thing, we're going to have they seem to love sitting under the big old fir tree, which we're going to have a little man cut down. So that's not really well timed. But yeah, you can hear the little foxlings running around making little chirping noises.
Yeah, nice one.
I was watching it the other night. It was one of them was hidden away in the bush, in the tree, and the one that I could see was like sitting there making these little chirping noises. An adult fox. Yeah. And I must look up what that means, because it was making these little chirping noises whilst looking at the other fox in the trees, in the shadow of the tree. Call? No, it wasn't. It was like a little giggling noise. Like it was like really cute, adorable little noise. I thought it was the little cubs, but it wasn't. It was the adult.
Perhaps she had gone in the fox house and found a carburetor in her washing machine.
Oh, she wouldn't be doing a giggling noise, trust me. Yeah.
And he's done the little squeak then and gone.
Oh, it could have been him grovelling to say, "Look, I'm sorry, love." Yeah. But he can't, as a fox, he can't go out and buy flowers from the petrol station. Yeah,
it could have been that. You never know.
Could be. Have you ever actually stooped so low as to buy petrol station flowers as a get out jail card?
I've got one better than that.
Go on.
I've gone for cemetery flowers, mate.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
You're so bad.
I know.
But also at the same time, my hero.
Yeah, I've done that. Cemetery flowers.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But also excellent. You really are a man's man, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. You name it, mate. I've done all sorts of silly things, mate.
You'll do anything. Thing is, though, you're married to age. You'll do anything to get out of trouble.
If I think I'm going to be in the doghouse, I think of things that will get me out of the doghouse, and I end up getting further in the doghouse than when I started.
I'm going to guess that your winning tactic, which occasionally succeeds, is to do something so stupid to get out of the doghouse that she just sits there and goes, "I can't even," and then just forgets why she was mad.
Oh, yeah, I've had that one. I can't even look at you. And I go, what? So I can't. Oh, she goes, yeah.
Just get over there and make your models, fat boy.
She used to ring June up, who was my mother-in-law, sadly no longer with us.
Oh.
And she'd start telling her, now she rings Ali up, her sister. So I get Inge and Bracket at me then, and that's it. I'm done.
Inge and Bracket.
So, I proper get the proper Anadin sisters bit, and it's like, oh, really? This isn't really going well for me at all. And I just sit there and take it because it's the lesser of two evils. Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils, Fox. It really is, mate.
Yeah.
I try. You know what I'm like. I do try. But
you love it, though, don't you? Really?
Dare I say it? Part of me does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it keeps her on her toes, doesn't it? That's what my excuse is. Keeps her on her toes.
I get the feeling you'd never actually say those specific words to her face to face, though, because that wouldn't win. That wouldn't win, would it? That tactic. It keeps you on your toes, love.
Good God, no! I ain't that daft. Well, that's up for debate. Let's be honest. But
it's a good job you didn't say it on a live stream that she can watch it any time she wants.
Just as well, mate, isn't it?
That would have been stupid, wouldn't it?
That would have been really stupid, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You wouldn't do something as dumb as that.
Yeah, you'd have to be completely bonkers to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd be a complete spoon.
What was I thinking? Got to roll that up, you know. He's got a bit of raggy.
Up the meat things.
It's got a bit of raggy in his pocket as well. And let's get that.
Roll your meat up. Dabba, 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 dabba.
Flap that in
what that
there.
noise was meant to be.
I've got no idea what that was supposed to be honest with you.
You're just being slightly nervous about it, aren't you? Let's just be honest.
I am. Good man knows his limitations. Right, let's glue that on, and then
your limitation is me.
I can then start clearing up because we'll be departing shortly, folks.
Yeah, well, I shall paint these silver bits, and then I'll go and get me water for me brush cleaning.
Because it's that time already. Oh, there's a webcam there, Cole. Try not to knock that, won't you? Because it's really annoying when you do that for the viewers.
Knock the webcam.
There you go. So he's got a bit of raggy hanging out of his pocket.
Raggy? Is it actual real raggy?
No. But real raggy is going to make an appearance.
Happy days.
So eModels themselves will be getting a visible piece of raggy in this build.
How much of raggy is still left for future use? There must be running short by now, or not. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've got Raggy Mark II, haven't I?
No, but it's not the same. It's
not the same. Raggy. It's not original Raggy, but original Raggy, I've got a quarter of a towel in size.
That's years of supply.
Yeah, that's a quarter of a tea towel's worth of Raggy left, folks.
That's at least 30 years of stuff, that. Oh.
So it's quite a bit.
Yeah. So you can definitely never build the Dora now, because if you built the Dora, you'd end up using all of Raggy, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's so big.
I've got various little oddments of Raggy, but I do have a nice big section of Raggy. There was a lot of Raggy was used on the Insane Blade, wasn't it, to make the Insane Blade sail? But yeah, there's a fair bit of Raggy left.
Did you just say oddments?
Oddments, yeah.
That's a great word. Oddments.
You like that, don't you?
I like that word. Oddments. Oh, I like that word.
Got my uses, folks. Various oddments.
Oddments.
That's proper Fred Dibner speech, isn't it?
Yeah. Back in a sec.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do a quick little bit of chat. Lee's in just to call in to give a like. See you on the next one. Watch it on replay tomorrow night. Oh, no worries, Lee. You take care, mate. Thank you for coming in and keeping us company. Jeff Light says square windows in an aircraft. It's surprising just how many people don't know why they don't. Yeah, I often think that aircraft should take windows out and just have LCD screens in. Could you imagine it, right? Sitting in an airplane where the whole inside of the cockpit is an OLED screen, a bit like the Sphere in Vegas. You could have, like you say, the whole sky outside, and it'd look like you're floating in an airplane without a fuselage. I think that'd be cool. Cassandra says Fox will be jealous with what I am baking this weekend. He's doing chocolate brownies containing munchies and topped with M&Ms, plus a triple chocolate cheesecake. Happy days.
I don't like M&Ms, but munchies. Ooh.
Ray says, oh yeah, he says sleep deprivation is the worst. You get all the sillies to tell me about it, mate. John saying hello. Digger says Lee. The Bobbins says I am here.
Welcome the Bobbins.
Hello,
I know
Bobbins.
what else you get. You know what else you get with sleep deprivation? You get no idea where you put your brush soap. There it is.
Absolutely. It's that one right in front of me, mate. John Christmas says he expects nothing less from Fox. Exactly.
Then what? What to do?
Yeah. Bobbins says a woman walks into the bar and says to the barman, I want a double entendre, please. He gave her one. There you go.
Hey!
Scout Model Chaos says, Cole's got that meat firmly secured in the ends. Absolutely, mate.
Always grip your meat.
Yeah, he's got
carefully.
A firm old grip there on his meat. And that is a fair old bit of meat.
Especially if you're outdoors, because you don't want other people, grabbing your meat.
Yeah. So is he making bread with that? Because then that would be a meatloaf, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he needs his meat to make money, so he can't just have people walking away with it.
Exactly. So we got those two done.
It's not going to end, is it?
It ain't, mate. We got all of the meat for that to prep.
It's just so. What did you paint tonight? I painted meat. And just leave it at that. End of conversation.
Exactly. I'm looking at what I've got to do next. I think it was the beer blokes and the stairs, wasn't it? There's a few.
Yes, you said you had the beer blokes.
And then I need to start figuring out the layout at some point as well.
Yes, because like the viewers, I don't know what you're planning, you see, so it's interesting to see what you're going to start laying out.
Yeah, it's one of them. It'll be the usual how I do it, a bit of A4 paper, you lay the models on, and I just start sketching.
I can't wait to see what comes out the other end.
Yeah, it's one of them because I'm also mindful of space at eModels, so I don't want it being, two A3 size diorama because that's just, they're not going to be able to store it.
No, it's got to fit in a little cabinet, hasn't it?
Going to try and confine it to A4 size if I can.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there may be a little bit of scratch building coming into it as well. So,
Scale Modelling Kel says they do munchies with Karamak. Ugh, I don't like Karamak.
Cadbury's caramel. I used to like a bit of that.
I'm not that keen on caramel, though. I know it sounds heretical to say it, but caramel...
Yeah, it does sound heretical, to be quite honest with you, mate. Yeah,
and it doesn't sound great, but it's the truth. I'm not that big fan.
Yeah, so he's got a bit of Porky Pig on there. So
I never liked Karamak. Karamak was really sickly taste. I didn't like Karamak at all. It was the horrible flavour to me. That I was like, ooh. So when I was a kid and I used to go to bed with a pack of prawn cocktail crisps and a little tin of Shandy Pilsner because I was allowed.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, sometimes mum would come up and say, right, here's a Turkish delight, and I'd be happy, or here's a Mars bar, and we've got your Karamak, and I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I couldn't abide Milky Bars. I just didn't like them.
Yeah, I wasn't that keen on them myself.
It's just a little bit too sickly for my liking.
I could never stand those white chocolate mice.
No.
They were horrible. They just tasted like wax. It was like, yeah, it's not right.
When you think, though, do you remember in the sweet shop you used to be able to buy a little packet of cigarettes, a little box of tobacco?
Yeah.
And it was all sweets. No wonder half of us smoked.
Yeah, it's true.
When you think about it. Do you remember the licorice pipes?
Yeah, licorice pipes. I remember having a whole collection of toy guns, cap guns. Yeah. But they weren't paper caps. I had like a 1911, Browning 1911 toy gun that was basically black plastic with a brown plastic grip. And it was basically very realistic, and it was metal and plastic. It looked very real, if a little small. And the caps you got were on a little plastic strip, and there were little plastic cups with the stuff in. Yeah. And you put the strip in the magazine, in the hand grip, and then you fired and you pop out the top, and then you could pop the clip out. And it was like, that was before guns had to not look realistic, which kind of makes sense nowadays. But, in those days, toy guns looked like guns.
I'm really tempted, to get the street musicians set to go with this.
Oh. Go on.
Because one of them's a dead ringer for Ted.
Is one of them playing a guitar? Because you could have a lot of fun painting like the shiny varnished guitar with everything else being matte. Exactly. So
that'd be good. Yeah, I am tempted to get the little street musicians set to go with it.
Yeah, and then you can sit there going all the time, all the time.
Ha ha ha! What's the lie?
You thought the meat jokes were bad with the meat guys. To wait till he gets the music constantly.
Oh yeah. You know this, mate. You know this.
Because it'll be like, here's the man. This man's got his meat in his hand, and this one's playing with his organ.
That's what he did.
There's a famous, and I've forgotten his name. Unfortunately, there's a famous conductor at the turn of the century, and I can't remember his name. He was very, very well known for playing at Albert Hall and the Manchester Royal Free Trade Hall and stuff like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
He was a northern conductor and composer. It might be Britain, I'm not sure. But
Benjamin Britten?
No, not Benjamin Britten. It was somebody, I can't remember now. Anyway, he was well known for his, acerbic little quips.
Yeah.
And apparently on one occasion he was playing with the orchestra they're doing rehearsals, and there's a cellist who was just off time constantly. She was always slightly out of the tune or time.
Yeah.
And he after a while he got fed up with this and he stopped the orchestra. He said, "Madam, you have between your legs an instrument capable of bringing joy to many, if only you could learn how to use it." I'm like, that's just so good.
Yeah, that is the ultimate put down, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, my brushes are washed. We are done.
Absolutely. They'll be with you. The setup just literally cutting the box. So I can do this off air, to be quite honest with you.
Yes, get the street musicians and the piano, says Bobbins.
Good shout. Is there a piano?
Obviously there is.
Put it this way, there isn't. There will be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says pianos, plural.
Yeah. I could also get a figure and have him playing the spoons.
Oh, yeah. Do you know?
Yeah.
Looking at that artwork there for that model where it just says butchers and there's a picture of butchers, there could be a new art trend of doing a painting of something and having a big caption above it saying exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But that's completely pointless, like a picture of a lemon and it just says lemon.
Yeah, but you know I'd do that.
Yeah. Or a painting of, I don't know.
It's just something I do. I always, especially when I've built a load of stuff and it's ready for paint, by the time you get round to paint it, sometimes you forget. So I just literally cut the box up so I've got the artwork to hand when I come to paint it. I do it with all my Warhammer as well.
That's what I've got for this guy here. See? It's a very good idea. We said this the other week, but Festa was really happy when he said, "Do you keep this box?" And I brought this whole folder of box art out. He went, "It's not just me then." Yeah.
Because where I've binge built all my Warhammer, people have said to me, "How are you going to know what scheme it needs to be painted in?" It's because I keep all the box art, see?
Yeah.
And that's all I do. I cut all the flaps off and then I've got the artwork so I can go in, and I've got the paint call-outs. Ching.
Yep.
So I've got to order me paints yet. So
yeah, he's there, Grant. I'm not half as stupid as I look, you know. I don't look half as stupid as I am.
Don't worry me, mate. If that's what you want to think. Good luck to it, mate. Yeah. I'm happy. Me and my degree are happy, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a degree in Baneblades.
Oh, yeah.
Could be a degree in Far Cry, the way I'm going.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Right.
Will the meat stall have a big sign on it saying meat on it?
Yeah, it's going to have meat. Might even have a little raggy roof on it, yeah.
Just have it in German saying der Meat.
Yeah.
Das Meat.
Das Meat. Right, folks, we're going to wrap up for the night and let you all get on with the rest of your evening. Obviously, it's a school night. Let's bung your full screen so the world can see what you've been up to.
Not a lot tonight. I've added some, it's out of focus, but I've added some colour to the thing that he's standing on.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's standing on a rusty piece of plate from something from the Emperor's Fist, whatever it is, the yellow ones, can't remember what they are now, Imperial Fists, bit of tank perhaps. I've painted the base colours for the tubes on his back, which look a bit scruffy, but once I've shaded them and highlighted them, they look a lot neater. And other little bits of metallic details and stuff. I've not painted his teeth in yet, but I've got inside his mouth the base colours. So a few more little base colours to do, and then we are ready for the first wash. I've got to put some checkers on his feet as well. But yeah, so getting there slowly. All slow, tiny work at the moment.
Happy days. What have I been up though? Well, I did my original wooden table for all the crates that are just there, all the crates that the meat products are going to go in. Bangers, joints, that sort of thing are all going to go in them little wooden crates.
It's making me very hungry.
We got a sack truck.
That's cool.
That's going to have a load of pig stuff on it, mate, I suppose.
Can you make a really grumpy-looking DPD man to go with that?
There is a thing. We obviously got Valtteri Bottas, as I call him, the butcher.
Yeah.
Stood there looking rather proud.
That's great.
And he's a typical butcher. He's got butcher's belly.
Yeah,
so I've got to go around
my meats.
Yeah, I've got to go around and de-seam it all. So, same as his little apprentice there with his meat on his shoulders because, it's easier to get that all assembled because of the angle of his arms. I might as well put the joint on his shoulders and glue it on because, it's going to keep the arms because they're a bit fragile. So, There you go.
Lovely looking figures, aren't they?
Yeah, he's got his obligatory bit of raggy hanging from his pocket. So now they've been assembled, I can go round and finesse them and seam fill them and do all of the lipstick and mascara on them. So that's the plan, folks.
You're going to have a lot of painting fun with those. Going to keep going
exactly. I want to get all the figures built and that, because I can then put a white tack blob on their feet, lay them out on the paper and start laying out where the vehicles are going to go, where they're going to go, and I can get an idea of the street scene I want and move them about until I'm happy. So it's far easier doing it that way. So and then I'll start painting them up then. Happy days.
And those are really nice figures.
They are. They really are, folks. Honestly,
it's mini art, isn't it? Those.
Mini art.
Yeah, mini art.
Mini art sets. And any Formula One fan will know that is a rather fat Valtteri Bottas, a Formula One driver. Google him, you'll see exactly what I mean. Dead
I
ringer.
love the way they couldn't make him look more German if they tried.
Oh, it's
even just the shape of his
it?
face and his eyes is like the Tamiya box art for like German soldiers. They just look German.
Exactly. He's got the whole Germanic stance and everything, isn't he? And he's So I'm looking forward to painting them all up, and so we'll love and leave you there. We'll be back on a Friday for a bit of frolicking goodness. On the frolic this week, I'll be carrying on assembling of said bike. So that's what I'll be up to. So it's coming along nicely now. So it's on the bench ready to remind me what I'm going to be putting together. So until Friday at midnight, me and him will go and let you get on, and we will see you on the next show. Bye-bye for now, folks. Bye.
Adios, amoebas.
Bye.